Hey, Jeremy Seda here, Steve Smith with the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Club here at North Idaho College, and just wanted to do a quick video to talk about the positions of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, basic positions. There's actually a lot, but cover just like the core positions. So what I'm in right now, what's called guard, it's actually a neutral position, but really Steve has advantages because he's got three things he can do, which are
Sweep, stand up, submit.
right. And I really should have one goal here is to break open his guard and get around him. And so there's various ways to do that. I'm trying to break the ankles open like that, okay? I kill one of the legs and I transition to the side, get around his legs. And once I've cleared both the legs, we call that a guard pass, okay? I am now in side control. So I can go to various places based on where I want to be, whether there's a preferred position that's not side control, or it's based on what my opponent's doing. So if they turn into me pretty good here and I want to keep control, I might put my knee up on the belly. That's an easy name to remember, knee on belly, okay? I can flop that over, and now we go to mount. I'm not necessarily sitting on him here because I'm loaded right over his power, where he can buck me off of him. Come down here, and I start working myself up to isolate the arms. Okay, I'm gonna rewind that a little bit. Back to side control. If the person goes and needs an underhook on me, I might switch this into a different position. There, get nice and tight. Okay. There's we actually have three names for this. So I'll use the one that's most common. It's Kesa Gatame. Easy to remember, just like a quesadilla, but just filled with gatame. Scarf hold is the second one, and then head and arm. Okay. Another position, again, going back to side control. If he goes near side on me to underhook me, okay, I might switch this and walk north, dropping my weight on top of him, and call this north-south. Okay. Winding it back to guard. Sometimes if I did a sloppy guard pass or whatever, something happened, I get caught in what's called half guard. He's got my leg, it's wrapped around my leg, hey, he's stopping me from going forward. Okay. If I get, now I have my ankle stuck, when my thigh is out, half of a half is a quarter, we call that quarter guard, okay? So, from here, let's see, go to the turtle. If this person, in a scramble or whatever, doesn't necessarily know what to do, but they're trying to keep their arms, everything, their neck, their legs safe, they ball up into a little ball, and we call this turtle. Okay, I don't traditionally think of this as a position, because it shouldn't ever be a goal to get to turtle, okay? But here Steve is turtled up. It's only a matter of time when I am able to get my feet inside of his thighs, okay? Once I get my hooks in, I've taken his back, okay? We call it taking the back or back, okay? Take him over. Notice that I keep my feet separate because that way I can actually control his hips, okay? Helps me to turn him. Also, if I was to cross my feet, okay, I basically put myself in an ankle lock. Go ahead, Steve. Here, okay. I ankle locked myself, but he took advantage of it, okay. At any point in time in jiu-jitsu, I'm talking about safety, at any point in time in jiu-jitsu, if you're uncomfortable, you can't breathe, lights start going out, he's gonna tap me. Any feeling like that, and I will stop doing what I'm doing. However, sometimes, working a submission, I isolate both of his arms. He can't use his arms, he might use his feet instead, okay? Or even there, maybe he doesn't feel like he can tap with his feet as accurate, or as, he doesn't feel like he can tap as readily, he might just say, tap, tap, okay? And I'm gonna let go. And that's very important because if you say, ow, scream, okay, uncle, I don't know, am I missing anything? You say anything but tap, and it's gonna take a moment for that to register that, oh, this person means tap, I need to let go because something's wrong and we need to reset. So saying tap is very important. Tapping just anything repetitive will let that partner know that you're done, okay? And then you reset and go again. Let me see here. Did I miss any positions this time? No? Okay, that's it. Yeah, we'll be posting these videos, at least one video per week, hopefully more. And so, yeah, just look forward to more videos coming your way.